Hey y'all, this is Jessica and Ishmael back at it for another episode of the Texas Travel Series. This time I am so excited because we are doing something a little bit different than normal. We have been invited by the Texas Parks and Wildlife to go on a special trip that you can also take part in.
So we're going out to harvest. I'm super excited for everything that we're going to learn. They're going to educate us on, what goes behind each harvest, the things that the landowners do to make sure that the animals are safe, and how that in turn helps out the rest of the habitat around.
My husband and I created this picnic using our recently harvested meat that we had received on our trip with the Texas Parks and Wildlife on a guided mentor hunt. We made so many different dishes and appreciated knowing exactly where our food came from, as well as being able to support Texas wildlife. We're looking forward to taking you along on our trip to experience a guided hunt and learn all about the process behind it, as well as the important role it plays in protecting our Texas nature. And the great thing is, this is something you can participate in as well.
For our starter, we stuffed some pastry puffs with cooked chopped meat and cheese and baked them for a few minutes. The entree was a brown sugar garlic sauce, which we coated the fried tenderloins and served with white rice and fried green beans and carrots.
It's going to be a fun experience for us. Hopefully it is for you too. I want to thank Rex and Parley big time for having us out to their ranch and sharing the experience with us. This is for y'all to learn to hunt, and hopefully it's something that y'all can enjoy together in the future and take advantage of Parks and Wildlife and TWA and other hunting opportunities.
I'm Brian Jones. I'm the operations coordinator for our hunting programs for Texas Wildlife Association. We do right around 250 hunts a year. So we've been doing it for 23 years now, and we're the largest of its type in the U.S. Our goal always with anything related to our hunting programs is that it's safe, that it's legal, that it's ethical, and then ultimately that it's educational, that you guys get something out of it. But first and foremost, because we're dealing with firearms, safety is first. We're going to go over a few of the things that are most important when it comes to the rifle before we go to the range and get started with the shooting.
Shave her around, pull it back all the way, okay? And then push it straight forward and lock it down, okay? Mm-hmm. And now when you look at the top, it's on safe, right? It's an S, no red. Yeah. So you're good. So from here, we want to kind of get yourself set, okay? We want the buttstock of the rifle to be up in your shoulder, kind of in this fleshy part here, all right? And we want your cheek to be resting on the buttstock with your eye looking down the scope, okay? So go ahead and get set. Get the rifle up onto your cheek. Right now, so that's plenty.
So, how do you think you did?
I did amazing. Hit a bullseye on my second shot on the 50 yards. So now on the 100 yards, it was much tougher. So we're walking over there right now to see what we did.
So between the lungs and the heart, if you're pretty much anywhere in this zone, you're going to hit their vitals.
So at 100 yards, I still got a lot of work to go. So see that first shot, second shot, and third. And as he said, this is right in the vital zone. So I'm excited to try it again. Hey, look what I found. Apparently these are parts of arrowheads. Isn't that cool?
Good job.
No, you gotta do a dance, celebration dance.
That was so satisfying. I feel so good that I was actually able to make the shot.
Yeah. We have a couple hours to spare and they're gonna drive us around and see what we can find.
This is Oryx tenderloin, which is a African antelope species, smoked on the grill. And then we have Addex, which is another antelope species, and that is smoked and dried sausage. And then an assortment of various cheeses and pickles and crackers.
So after our gourmet charcuterie experience, we got to go on a little educational course and get into it, and it's just amazing.
It really is, yeah. We got to learn how vital these private landowners, what they do for wildlife. It's really incredible. Can't wait to share all of that.
We're up bright and early. I had trouble sleeping. I was so excited. So we're ready.
So we got up early. Jessica said bright and early, but it was more like dark and early. That was what, 5 a.m., 5:30, and then yeah, we just took a little drive out to the spot. Sat around for a couple hours. Unfortunately, the only things we saw were one deer, which are out of season, and then turkey. It was breathtaking. The views, the sounds. Anything to add on?
It's beautiful watching the sunrise and the view all around. It was great. We returned back to our lodging for breakfast and got to enjoy tacos using local game sausage. One thing I really appreciated was all the ways they incorporated game into delicious meals. After a little relaxing, we came back to enjoy a scenic lunch, grilling out by the river.
Even though we didn't see a hog, another person in our group did, so we were able to have a hands-on demonstration of the game processing. This reminded me of my time back in Zambia and how we used to process different animals like goats and sheep that were locally raised. We ended up getting some nice ribs that we seasoned and threw on the grill to enjoy later for dinner.
We are back out this afternoon. Ishmael and I split up, so 2 chances. I wonder what he's doing, but we just got to our site. We're in a blind this time.
So Jessica and I decided to go our separate ways this evening. She's gonna do her solo hunting while I do mine. It's gonna be a lot of fun, so we don't know. We're giving ourselves the best chances we can to harvest. I'm gonna be hauled up in this blind right here. So harvest number 2 ended. We didn't see anything but 2 deers behind us. I'm super excited for the relaxing time and ready to head back and have some dinner.
In addition to our ribs, we also had wild game stuffed bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers and birria tacos. It just showed you all the different meals you could make with wild game. And the ribs, they turned out so delicious.
Well, that wraps up this amazing adventure that we had.
Until next time, make sure to follow and subscribe at Mindful Adventures for more Texas adventures.